Imagine waking up tomorrow, and for just 5 seconds gravity completely disappears from Earth. It sounds impossible, but what would actually happen? There would be no warning, no explosion, no countdown. 1 second everything feels normal, and the next, gravity is simply gone. At first, you might not even realize what's happening, but within moments, your feet would slowly leave the ground. Every loose object around you would begin floating. Phones, bags, bicycles, and anything not attached would drift upward. Cars speeding down highways would instantly lose their grip on the road, becoming uncontrollable as they lifted into the air. Across the world, traffic would turn into complete chaos within seconds. Surprisingly, you wouldn't immediately fly into outer space. Earth's atmosphere would still surround you, keeping you close to the planet for a short time. Buildings would remain standing because they're firmly anchored to the ground, but everything inside them would start floating. Chairs, computers, tables, and even kitchen appliances would slowly drift through the air. Pets would float helplessly. Birds would struggle to control their flight. Even insects would behave in strange and unpredictable ways. Now imagine this happening in every city and every country at exactly the same moment. Billions of people experiencing the same terrifying event together. But humans aren't the biggest concern. The oceans are. Gravity is the invisible force holding billions of tons of water against Earth's surface. Without it, the oceans would begin lifting away from the planet. Coastlines could change in seconds. Rivers, lakes, and even swimming pools would stop behaving the way they always have. Water would begin separating from the ground, creating scenes no human has ever witnessed before. And then there are airplanes. Every day, millions of people travel through the sky. Pilots depend on gravity for flight calculations, altitude, and stability. Remove gravity, and every aircraft instantly becomes unpredictable. Inside the cabin, passengers and luggage would begin floating in every direction. Panic would spread as no one understood what was happening. 5 seconds may sound incredibly short, but in physics, 5 seconds can change everything. And the most terrifying part isn't when gravity disappears. It's the exact moment it comes back. The moment gravity returns, everything that floated into the air begins falling back to Earth at once. People, cars, furniture, glass, signs, and countless other objects would come crashing down within seconds. What looked peaceful only moments ago would instantly turn into a global disaster. Even small objects falling from high above could become deadly. Across cities, shattered windows, collapsing structures, and flying debris would create chaos everywhere. Roads would become blocked. Power lines could snap. Communication systems would fail, making it difficult for emergency teams to respond. Hospitals would quickly become overwhelmed as millions of people needed immediate medical attention. Rescue operations would begin, but the damage would already be enormous. Surprisingly, Earth itself would survive. 5 seconds isn't long enough to throw our planet out of its orbit around the sun. The moon would continue orbiting Earth, and the solar system would remain stable, but life on Earth's surface would never be the same. Transportation networks would be heavily damaged. Airports, highways, railways, and shipping ports could all be forced to shut down. Delivering food, water, fuel, and medicine would become a massive challenge. Scientists believe that rebuilding civilization after such an event could take years. Gravity is something we almost never think about because it has always been there. Every step you take, every drop of rain, every wave in the ocean, and even the air you breathe depends on this invisible force. Without gravity, Earth wouldn't just be different, it would become almost impossible to live on. Thankfully, scientists have found no evidence that gravity could suddenly disappear like this. The laws of physics have kept our universe stable for billions of years. But thought experiments like this help us understand just how important gravity really is and how fragile our everyday lives would be without it. So here's one final question. If Earth really lost gravity for just 5 seconds, do you think humanity would survive?